A high note.
Democrats dominate 2025 election night.
We had a fucking blue sweep.
Voters reject Trump's influence. Yeah, so this is more than just Mamdani, although it is Mamdani.
No, it's Mamdani, it's Proposition 50. Like, we had a ton of areas that just... Oh, it's also the Georgia Public Trade Commission.
Yeah, there were a bunch of places that typically would go red. That
also, Kelsey Bond. Kelsey Bond in Atlanta District 2 got their seat, too. And I've actually seen her speaking at protests I've been to. Like, I'm fucking excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy.
Yeah, no, this is... if this is a harbinger of things to come, then it's some really good news. People are fed up with Trumpism. People are fed up with the MAGA movement. And I can only hope for a blue wave in 2026. And I also can only hope that the Democratic Party will actually take the fucking hint and do the shit we've been telling them to do for a decade now, more than that in a lot of cases.
If the Democratic Party does not, then I would assume that, like I said on last night's stream, that this is not a radical shift. This is a pendulum swing. And the worst enemy we possibly can have with a pendulum swing is complacency.
Yup. You need to actually take this and run with it. Don't fucking be... Like, that's the thing. Biden won because he wasn't Trump.
We can't keep doing that.
That is the only reason he won. And while he did do a lot of shit that was a lot more progressive than I thought he was going to be, so like I will give him credit for a lot of the shit that he did. Like the infrastructure bill that he managed to get passed was fucking amazing. That Trump is now completely undoing. But like it was so amazing that while it was in effect, Republicans in Congress were taking credit for it, even though they voted against it. So yeah, Biden was more progressive than we gave him credit for, but he still didn't do enough. He didn't do as much as he could have done. And I think a part of that was because he got in just by not being Trump. So we need more than just not Trump. We need people like Mamdani, who actually has policy things where it's like, hey, we are going to raise taxes on the ultra wealthy by a minuscule amount in order to pay for free transit.
You know what's fucking annoying? So my Facebook feed has been filled with a bunch of conservative crashing out over Mamdani.
That's what most of the tweets are tonight, man.
And one of the consistent things is, and how do they plan to pay for that? I've heard nothing about how
people that make over $1 million a year, like 1%.
Yeah. And every single time I see people saying, like, that's the thing with every Democrat. All bluster, no plan.
He has answered that question so many goddamn times.
Exactly. It's exhausting. It means nothing anymore.
It's like, how much money have how much money have the billionaires saved? Like, it's like that point that Mamdani made, was that like Cuomo has spent more money. No, it wasn't Cuomo. It was someone who's not running. Like it was some rich guy. I forget who it was. It was like, he has spent more money to tarnish my name in advertising than I would have raised his taxes by. So it's like they are trying so hard to not have to pay their fair share, and it's not even their fair share. It's the bare minimum. But yeah, it was more than just the New York City election. There were a bunch of things like, and then exit polls say that voters were tired of noise, drama, and culture wars. They want stability, leadership, and policies that will actually touch their daily lives. Mm-hmm. So like, hey, here's the thing. Most people don't give a shit if a trans woman can use the washroom. So making that your platform doesn't fucking matter. Just let trans people pee. Because nobody wants to hear about it. It's just let them be, leave them be, and actually enact things that are going to be good for people.
Like, let's be honest. Most people are far more scared of hypotheticals that they cannot engage in than they are with things that actually harm them in reality. These are people who have not had to worry about things in their life. They have never had to touch rock bottom in their life, and instead have lived on a diet of organizing around boogeymen.
And I can tell you, as an affirming parent of multiple gender diverse children, I don't push them into it. I don't push the gender nonconformity onto them. I just want to support them. And you know how much stress that causes me, and by extension probably them, when we're like out in public and it's like, okay, I need to use the washroom. Oh fuck, what washroom do they even use? And like the amount of relief I feel when we're somewhere that has a gender neutral bathroom is just like, okay, good. We can just use that one and it doesn't matter. because like this is not how people should have to live their lives. You shouldn't have to live your life being afraid of using public washrooms because you're gender nonconforming.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to go into the bathroom and have to be worried that somebody's going to do the fucking Fallout New Vegas meme where they slide under the stall and go, pissing all by yourself, handsome?
Yeah, or like, do you know how many, like, they're so worried about people assaulting people in bathrooms, but then they will like take out their phones and take pictures of people in the bathroom.
They'll actually
like,
do things
this is a
that,
trans person.
yeah, they'll do things
like,
that actually make people feel unsafe in the bathroom. Weird and wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's the worst. And I say this as someone who has experienced not the worst of it, but I have experienced some of that as a parent of gender nonconforming children. So it's like, just let people live their lives. People are tired of you making boogeymen out of these things. And so it's very heartening to see the Democrats win. I hope they don't squander it.
That is my hope as well.
Yeah. This was also like the election, for an off-year election, it had very high turnout, which is encouraging.
Well, it turns out more. One of the politicians who's running in Ohio, I was on his stream yesterday, and he gave me some numbers that I want to throw at you. They're basically obvious numbers, but believe it was that in Ohio, there are a little over 800,000 registered Democrats in all of Ohio, and there's a little over 1.1 million registered Republicans. But that does not mean Ohio's red, because there's over 5 million unregistered unaffiliated, and in Ohio, you immediately get registered for a party the minute that you vote. So that means not that there's 5 million people who are non-card carrying one side or the other. There's 5 million people who haven't gone out and done the bare minimum of democracy. They haven't gone out and voted at all once in their life.
Yeah. Bravo Needs Bacon for 25 bits says, last night was great. Schumer and Pelosi need to get out of the way and retire. Absolutely. 100% agree. All the old Democrats need to just get the fuck out.
That was another thing we talked about on the stream, was having an upper age limit for Congress. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
That. Absolutely. The people making our laws should be young enough to actually be affected by the laws that they're making. Because if you're not going, like, if the long-term consequences of the legislation you're passing are not going to take effect until long after you're dead, you shouldn't be making that legislation.
Especially, Lenari says, why do they need to choose a party? Has nothing to do with needing to choose a party. It has to do with the fact that when they vote for a politician in an election, they will be registered to the party that they voted for, especially if it's a primary. They get automatically registered as that. Has nothing to do with should choose a party, should not choose a party. Has everything to do with this is mechanically what happens by default, and it's how you know those people haven't voted. It's how you analyze that data and see that those people have not gone out and done anything. Robert Adset says register to a party when you vote. That seems more than a little intrusive. Yeah, the two-party system's fucking bullshit. I'm not disagreeing with that.
But it's what you got right now, so you got to work with it.
Yeah, it's what we have at the moment. And it comes with a bunch of really bad bells and whistles. Turns out.
All right.
Trace James says, how do they know who you voted for? Trace, have you voted before? Because like you put your vote gets tied to your ID. Like your vote gets tied to your social security number, effectively. That's how they know that you're not voting multiple times.
So yeah, in Canada, your vote is completely anonymous. Like we actually do have voter ID requirement. You need to prove that you are eligible to vote at the polling station. It's not necessarily ID, but like you would have to, like, if you don't have ID, you bring a bill with you with your name on it and the address that you live at and whatnot. But the actual vote, who you voted for, it's completely anonymous. Nobody's allowed to see that except for you. Okay,
see, all of it gets tied together with your vote here. Like when you come in and you present your ID and show, like, this is who I am. They see that this is the precinct you're supposed to be able to vote at. You then cast your vote and you do it with a special card. So like all of that information is available at that point.
So we don't have electronic voting. It's all done with paper. And I have seen people where they'll fill out their ballot and then they're confused about where to put the ballot, and they will try to hand it to one of the elections workers, and they're like, nope, I am not allowed to even touch that. There's the box, you put it in yourself.
Interesting.
We take that shit we take voter anonymity very seriously here in Canada. So like there's no way to register me for the Democrats, fucking the Liberals, based on whether or not I voted for them, or the NDP. So I vote Liberal and NDP depending on whether it's federal or provincial, because the NDP have zero chance of winning a federal election in my riding, but they win provincial all the time. And NDP is the better party. They'd be like the Democratic Socialists.
Yeah. So in Georgia, we can actually see how many elections a person has voted in, because that all gets tied together. Like, all that information is available.
It's the Simpsons joke. For I think it was a Treehouse of Horror episode where like they had to compare the voter rolls between like people or whatever. I forget exactly what it was, but like I remember like someone like handed Lisa the voter rolls and was like, "Aren't these supposed to be anonymous?" And we're like, "Yeah, they're supposed to be, but they're not."
So for here in Georgia, we can see how many times somebody has voted. Like there's a candidate that we had that didn't vote in one of the elections because of some family matter, effectively, that just wasn't able to.
Okay,
and
before we go into tweets, I do have to pee. So you entertain the guests.
And there were people in the local Democrats that were that like used that as a reason to never support that candidate because there was one election they did not vote in, again because of some superfluous thing that was happening regardless of that. And they only knew that because that information's available, which is dumb. I do not like, but it is what it is. It's the system we've got, for better or worse, right now. So that's horrifying as someone who used to live somewhere where paper ballots are still used. So bear in mind as well, the government as an entity can figure out who you voted for. What information is publicly available, that is different state by state. So that's the part where I was incorrect. So because I've only ever voted in Georgia, my experience has been the Georgia voting experience. But I was unaware that that situation was different for other states. I just looked it up now to double check myself, because as per usual, I was hyper confident that I was correct in something. It turns out I'm not. Turns out I'm actually incorrect, because it turns out that we actually have differing rules state by state, like with most things, and the rules that I'm used to, which in hindsight seem pretty fucking invasive, are not the same rules that everybody else is playing by. Hip hip hooray. Welcome back, Rhino. How are you doing?
A regular episode, and it was with Burns or someone connected to the Republicans rigged the votes with deceased voters and the pets. Okay, that's where I was getting confused with Treehouse of Horror. I was thinking it was like the episode where they try to get the pets back and accidentally raise a bunch of zombies.
Speaking of Springfield, I need to play some more Fortnite. The current season of Fortnite turned the entire map into Springfield.
But what state?
Like, it... What?
That's the joke, is that you don't know what state Springfield is in.
Yeah. That's why I'm confused. It's just like, I don't...
Okay.
Sure, okay. We'll just call it California. Who cares?
No, because they get snow sometimes. Okay, before we get on to the tweets, one last plug for the charity, Project Share Niagara. Great charity. They run a food bank. They have a hand in running a homeless shelter. They help people find jobs. They help people with their late bills, and they need a lot of help. So if you could donate to them, go to donate.vicerhino.com. Just another $14,400 to go to get a happy uwu out of Surus.
Oh, of course, you have artificial ones you can dip into.
Those aren't artificial. Those are real ones.
No, they never happened.
They happened.
I am suppressing it.
Goddamn fucking wills.
Okay, yeah, California gets snow. Parts of California regularly have snow. I know, but like not Plow King episode levels of snow.
If you knew, why are you wrong about it?
Because I remember the one time I've been to California, the person that I was going to California to meet was worried that my flight was going to be canceled because they got 1 centimeter of snow the day before it left.
Yeah?
1 centimeter, it is about that much.
That's not an American unit of measurement. I don't know what that is.
It's less than half an inch. Significantly less than half an inch.
I am a man. I do not know what that unit of measurement is either.
1/12 of a dick.
As far as I'm concerned, mine's the biggest. Any other information is superfluous.
So, so my partner told me apparently guys that have been on Ozempic have reported that their penises have gotten bigger, but it's actually
It's because they can see them now.
It's the little pouch of fat that's just above the penis has gotten smaller, so it looks bigger.
Yeah. Like you can see your dick now. That doesn't mean your dick's bigger. Your
Guys
dick
don't know about anatomy.
Your
Guys are
dick's
such
bigger when
idiots.
your girlfriend complains that it's hurting more. Like if you started pressing into the cervix, your dick got bigger.
Hey, my penis is the perfect size for feminism. It is a feminist positive penis.
Oh, that is fantastic.
It's not threatening. It's just there for fun. It's not going to hurt you.
The penis ain't gonna hurt you, miss. It sounds so bad.
What can I say? Okay.
A Weepin' Bell just sideswiped me to death. What is this video game?
Okay. Are you still playing Pokemon?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to come and guest on your channel sometime. I'm just going to be tuned out while I'm playing Silk Song.
Have I been tuned out though?
Maybe, for some of it.
Can you identify
Also,
where?
you never invite me to guest on your channel.
Would you like to come guest on my channel?
When I have time.
Okay, and
Which also means no.
when will you have time?
Never.
All right, so as your friend of, God damn it, it's been a few years now, I already know these things, so I don't waste my time.
Yeah, well, I knew these things about you, and then I asked you to do a permanent show with me, and you were like, sure, why not?
Yes, because I always stream on Wednesday. So that was information you knew to make an educated decision.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're moving on to the tweets, but before I get into the tweets, you know how sometimes I turn the tweets into, here's an argument on the internet that I think I won?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're starting with that.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.